It has been one crazy month on board Nandji too. Before Bonita and Tallula went travelling around Sri Lanka with Nanna, and before I set off to sail across the Indian Ocean. First, we sailed as a family for over 1,000 nautical miles from Langkawi, Malaysia to reach the city of Padang, Indonesia, where we first parted ways. Travelling through the West Sumatra Islands is not new territory for us. We've been visiting this area for years, and it is a place we hold dearly and have a lot of love for.
Hello!
Being a cruiser and travelling to remote places means we try our best to be prepared and 100% self-sufficient. We carry spares for almost everything, although with a forecast of light conditions and not much wind through the islands, we will have to source diesel.
Ready? We bought fuel in Padang, and ever since we've been having some issues. It was late in the evening, but we were approaching this island and we went to start the motor. It started, and then as we got closer to the island it just conked out. And so we were lucky that there was a little bit of wind left, so we were able to sail away from land and while Yosh fixed it. And some of the filters were really blocked, and they were new filters that we'd just put on there, so it was from the fuel that we'd just put in. Yosh like replaced the filters, and then it was able to run again, and happy days. We motored around here and anchored, and now we've tried to start the motor again and it's conking out again, like it's starved of fuel. So Yosh is just trying to figure out what else it's affected. As soon as we put the fuel in, we've had issues, so I think it must be the fuel from Padang.
The motor's not getting diesel. The hard thing about this motor as well is that the lines are all these copper lines, so they're hard lines. There's no bulb on the in line to be able to lift the fuel up.
Yeah.
I've got spare bulbs. Maybe I'll try to screw one onto it. But like, yeah, we're not even getting fuel to the pre-filter, so you know we need to try to lift the fuel out of the tank to at least to the first filter, so there's no diesel there.
And would it be able to suck more through?
Yeah, and then the fuel pump will be able to lift it.
Yeah.
Be able to use it, but it's obviously I swapped over tanks because one tank's got good fuel in it, the other tank's got a blend. That's the tank where it cut out on, whereas the first tank it hasn't cut out on. So but yeah, the motor just can't lift the fuel from there. The line's just dry.
Yeah. Good luck. Alright, well Yosh has just put that inline bulb in, so we'll give it another go and see if it works.
There you go.
Yeah. There's a moment of truth, come on. You ready? Here we go.
Well, it's running.
Yeah, I don't know, we're gonna have to stay away from land a bit.
No, well, we're running through the first tank.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of, as long as there's nothing in the line. So I feel that from the tank where it's been cutting out of, I can't get fuel all the way back to the tank. So I think it's actually the lift point in the tank.
Okay.
Where the problem lies, because there's nothing straight out of the top of the tank. So yeah, I think tank 2 is blocked. So just got to make sure the return goes back to this tank. So then we're cycling through that tank, then we just like the block tank is just totally separated.
Yeah, it's kind of the beauty of having 2 tanks, hey? Yeah,
we need to get a polisher, eh? Like we still need to put a polisher in just so we can, this doesn't happen basically. But I'll just change some valves.
Yeah.
As the ladies had a flight to catch out of Padang, we have a destination and a date we need to be there. We are now breaking our own rules to a degree and sailing somewhat to a schedule. With the limited remaining uncontaminated fuel, we continue making ground south through the islands and hop our way to the next destination and the next potential fuel stopover. Boat problems and issues go hand in hand with sailing. Sometimes you have to roll with the punches and not let your problems get in the way of enjoying our time together. As the ladies are flying to meet me on the other side of the ocean, we'll be apart for potentially a month, and therefore our time together now as a family is precious and we want to make the most of it.
Okay, put him in. Good job.
Keep it up, that's it, just hold it up. Keep it up, keep it up, keep it up.
Mama's on!
Mama's on! Look at that, you got a little mahi!
Fish! Oh my god!
Good job!
Got it!
Well done! Wow!
Oh, look at this in it.
Wow! Wow! Good job! Welcome back to Indo. Because we got that bad fuel up in Padang, we've got over half a tank of fuel that we can't use. The forecast is looking pretty light. We've got over 300 miles to travel, so there's a good chance we're going to have to motor over half of that. So yeah, back to the old scooter and fuel run, hey? Although we have been to this place before, so we sort of know what's going on to a degree, but yeah, we still have to ride. So there is a dirt road. There used to be a dirt road between these two places, and this bike ride used to take an hour. But it's all been sealed since we were here last, so supposedly it only takes 20 minutes now. Yeah, alright, well that was a big failure. So they don't sell Dexlite at the service station anymore, so I just rode 45 minutes for no reason. So there's different grades of diesel in Indo. I'm about to get run over by a truck. So there's different grades of diesel here in Indo. There's like a solar or bio-solar, which is the cheap stuff which is subsidised by the government, but it's a bio-solar, biodiesel, so you know, it's not exactly great for your motors, it just encourages diesel bug. And then there's a higher grade called Dexlite, and there's another one on top of that called Dex, but generally the Dexlite is available. The solar, foreigners, we're not allowed to buy it because it's subsidised by the government, so they don't actually sell it to us as a foreigner. So the only fuel we can buy is Dexlite, which is over 3 times the price of solar. Not that I'd want the solar anyway, because it is a biofuel. So I want the Dexlite or the Dex, but the service station doesn't sell it anymore. So you can't buy something they don't have. So yeah, I just wasted this morning. We're just going to have to continue on as we are. Yeah, it's just a reminder of how difficult cruising Indonesia is. Like, I love it here. It's so much fun. The beaches are amazing, the waves are amazing, people are generally friendly. You know, there's always smiles everywhere, you can play around, practice their language, and everyone just laughs at you, so it's all like, it's a good fun, you know, but you just can't get stuff, eh? You just cannot get anything.
Behind us. Oh my god. Welcome to the equator, guys. We're on our way to Tello Town. Tello Town is right on the equator, and so of course just as we're kind of getting closer we're being chased down by thunder and lightning. It's just on our back quarter here. They've got bolts that are going down to the ocean, but I feel like we're getting away from it, so it's just kind of rumbling along behind us here. So
well, what a lively evening. Definitely a bit going on around the equator. Neptune was pretty keen to push us there, gusting up around the 25s as we're going over the equator, until I cracked that beer and offered Neptune a nice can of warm anchor. Thanks, Neptune. It's you, buddy. Thanks, mate. Love you. I tamed him down a little bit. The wind's back to 13 knots, so thanks, Neptune. Appreciate it, mate. We've still got 4 or 5 miles to get into the lee of the island, so we've still got a bit of another hour to go. After the kerfuffle of not getting any diesel yesterday, to then leave with the light northerly and then just disappear instantly and just have to motor. A bit worried if we're actually going to be able to make the distance down here to the Tellos, but we've still got a quarter of a tank. And we've got wind, even though we're very much upwind now. Wind from all sorts of directions on the nose as we're coming across the equator and into the southern hemisphere. Alright, finally we're sort of getting into the lee of the islands and that sea state is calming down and we're starting to pick up speed. We're only doing like between 4 and 5 knots and we're pounding into the sea, but now that it's sort of smoother waters, back up to the 6.5, so you just feel the forces on the boat, hey, when we're going to windward. It's just so much. Just that bashing. But we're into the lee, so making miles, nearly there.
We're almost at Tallula Town and the engine cut out again.
A wobbly trampoline.
Yeah, but this was done.
You on your trampoline?
Yeah. Whoa! And there's the web.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
You alright?
Yeah. Whoa! My puppy. He's not going anywhere. He's not.
Good job. Alright, well, since we couldn't get any fuel previously and the scenarios that we had on the way in, let's see if we can't top up the tanks here. We filled up with diesel once here before, and I remember I ended up on some dude's bike going into the sticks and scooping Dexlite out of a drum. So hopefully it doesn't come to that, but guess we'll find out.
Got it up?
Yeah, well, looks like things have changed since the year we were here last, or 2 years since we were here. Petrol station doesn't, she's no more, mate. She's no more. How's the size of that cuttlefish? Oh, that's huge.
sketchy anchoring here, so we're going to move over where the other boats are for the night. I think it is quite like corally and we were a lead to shore, so we're just going to go and anchor over here. And this is where all the little boats go through as well, so you get a lot of people stopping. So yeah, we just want a little bit more privacy away from the front of town. Yeah, nice little anchorage over here. We can tuck away. There's an empty beach as well to play on. So yeah, sun's setting. I think we have a little bit of time left to enjoy the sunset. Oh, it did.
Like a big buck.
Yeah, it's like blue. It was like.
Yeah. They're around the sharks and I'm trying to swim it that way. Good gaff, but we got him. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Good job. I bought a couple of different scales over my time. One they just totally busted out because it was cheap. But this one here is a second-hand thing I bought off the yachty. So a little Rapala one. This goes up to 11 kilos, so pretty curious to know the size of this fish. I'm guessing it's going to go way more than 11 kilos. Oh, how long can you hold up? What is it, 10 kilos? Yeah, 10 kilos.
10 kilo?
Yeah, it was 9.5.
9.5. Don't you fall off the back. Need a filleting strap.
If I fall off, it's coming with me.
You'll have something to eat. Well, that solves the problem of what to have for dinner tonight. I've got out some potatoes. We're going to do mashed potato with veggies and fish. So nice, simple, easy dinner.
Like it when Doug's made some fish, don't you, mate?
What you got there? Oh, yum. What else is on your plate? What's that called?
Potato.
Potato.
There we have it, the final approach into Padang, our departure port for the Indian Ocean. That's over 1,000 miles done since leaving Phuket in the last 2 weeks. We've been cruising a bit, but we've definitely been sailing and knocking out the miles at the same time. It's been a bit of an eventful passages, I suppose, having these fuel issues and constantly having to reprime the engine and change filters, so we've got a bit of a task ahead of us in cleaning these fuel tanks before we go too far. That's part of the journey. It's good that it happens now and not later. Felt really good sailing with the hydrovane. Still got a little bit to learn with it, but it felt really good. Sort of, it all just comes flooding back. But man, Nandji 2 is smashing it. Absolutely frothing. We've got a first crew member rolling in a couple of days' time. Family fly out in a couple of days after that. Then it's just time to go sailing, man. So here we are into Padang. Let's get some work done. Let's get this boat ocean ready. Tick off these last little couple of jobs, these last little niggling things, so we don't have to fix things at sea, and we're good to go. Thanks for watching, everyone. Thank you to all our subscribers. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Help support us with our journey. It's just beginning, man. This trip across to Africa. It's been a long time coming. I know a lot of you that have been with the channel for a long time have been waiting and waiting and waiting for us to do this. We've been talking about crossing the Indian Ocean for a long time, but you know, a lot of things have got in the way. But now here we are at the cusp, ready to go, baby, ready to go. We really are so humbled and stoked by our following. We've been sailing and creating videos now for like 7 years, 8 years, and it's such an amazing feeling to call this our job. Without the support from you guys, enjoying our channel, subscribing, signing up to our Patreon, then mate, this just wouldn't be possible. So we work hard to chase our dreams. We have goals we set. Some are pretty unrealistic, but mate, let's make them realistic. And thanks to you guys for supporting and watching and following along. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let the fun times begin.